hands in tattered robes, calling out my name. Eyes that see beyond the veil, through kingdoms yet to fall. Ashes drifting on the wind, foretelling it all. He whispers of a rising storm, a crown consumed by fear. The end begins where hope is born. The reckoning is near. Oracle of ashes, speak what you foresee. Is the future carved in stone or written secretly? Oracle of ashes, guide us through the flame. In the shadow of tomorrow, nothing stays the same. Visions etched in crimson light across the midnight sky. Cities drown in silent cries beneath the dying sun's last sigh. The chosen and the sacrificed, bound by fate's design. Every empire built on lies will crumble in its time. Hear the sound of distant thunder, feel the earth divide. Every truth we held in wonder turns against our pride. Heavy sustained chords, lighted bass counterlines. Tension built slowly. If destiny is written in embers of the past, can mortal hands rewrite the flame, or is the dialogue cast? darkness an answer to the call. run alone, run alone. Raise the crimson standard high, let the heavens see. Through the fire of sacrifice, we claim eternity. Raise the crimson standard high, let the thunder cry. Though our bodies turn to dust, our legacy won't die. begins to fracture and the stars refuse to shine. 7 signs across the heavens draw the final line. From the ruins of the ages, from the ashes of the throne, rises one last generation to reclaim what once was known. Empires forged in blood and fire now tremble at the edge. History repeats its vow, carved in iron pledge. Voices cry through distant years across the battlefield. Every oath and sacrifice refuses now to yield. Hear the thunder roll again, feel the sky ignite. When the 7th sun is falling, we reclaim the light. When the 7th sun falls and the heavens break apart, from the shadows we will rise with fire within our hearts. When the 7th sun falls, no fear remains at all. From the ashes of the past, we answer to the call. Through the storm of prophecy, through the gates of flame, every soul that stood before still whispers our name. No more chains of ancient fear, no more silent lies. As the final dawn appears, the old world dies. Hear the drums of destiny calling loud and clear. When the 7th sun is falling, the end is drawing near. Bright bass counterlines, twin harmony build, rising tension. Faster gallop returns, energy accelerating. From the dust of broken crowns, from the silence of the slain, we rise beyond the fear of death, through fire and through pain. as heaven threatened fire. They whisper fear into my ear, but I refuse to disappear. Steel reflects what I believe. Truth is loud, it doesn't kneel. Every note cuts through the lies, like lightning screaming from the sky. Of the iron law, we stand, we rise, we never fall. Bound by sound, not fear or thrall. Metal made us steal our home. Guardians of the iron law, hear the anthem, hear the roar. This is more than flesh and blood. This is metal, nothing more. They tried to rewrite what we are, turn the sacred into scars, but every note we keep alive defies the year, survives the time. No trend, no chain, no plastic crown can never tear this temple down. The law was sung, the vow was sworn, the night the first and cried and burned. Raise the blade, raise the sound, iron truth is underground. Guardians of the iron law, we fall, we rise, we never fall. Bound by sound, not fear or thrall. Metal made us steal our home. Guardians of the iron law, hear the anthem, hear the roar. This is more than flesh and blood. This is metal, nothing more. Stand your ground, hold the line. Metal truth defies all time. No disguise, no retreat. Iron law in every dum 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 dum. Dum de dum 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 de da. Guardians of the iron law, hear the sound that made us whole. If this world forgets our name, the metal never will let go. The law is iron. chose to hold. They prayed for mercy, prayed for peace. I learned strength don't come from knees. Every swing they threw my way just refined the steel I'd be. Strike again, I'll still remain. Pain's the proof I earned my name. Still standing in the flame. What was meant to end my days made me rain. Forged beneath the blade, hear the metal in my veins. I was born from hurt and hate.